my tool groupies. Basically, you know, during the Christmas time, I go to these gift exchanges where everybody limits themselves to like $15, $20 worth of tools, you know, manly things, stuff like that to trade back and forth. You draw numbers, you know, you can steal other people's gifts, things like that. And I got set with this set right here, you know, which I'm pretty content with. These have their purpose too, especially the Sheffield over here. Sheffield's a pretty good little product in my experience. I've used their stuff, and this is a hyper tough 67-piece screwdriver set. It's got a limited 5-year warranty. Purchase price includes flexible magnetic retriever, $5 value. Now, anybody who's got these magnetic retrievers, you know they're well worth their money. If you use them one time to get something that you drop down inside of an engine bay in a machine, it paid for itself. You get this 8.5-inch flexible bit extension, 1-inch screwdriver bits, nut driver bits. Everything comes in a nice little organized case. Plus, you get this ratcheting screwdriver right here. Not sure what the price is. I will post it in the link in the description box below. Both these combined should be around 20, 25 bucks tops. This one is made in China. TS99012N. Here's everything that comes in this actual kit. All the bit sizes, the square, the hex, the star, the metric, the SAE, all that good stuff in between. And right here is your 5-year limited warranty, so if you got a receipt, keep a receipt. Now moving over to the Sheffield, you got limited lifetime warranty, blades included, a multi-tool, which I've got several of, and some of these razor knives, which I've also got several of. But hey, they always come in handy in a pinch. I've got so many of them, I leave them in every toolbox that I got, every vehicle I got, because you never know when you need one. Plus, you can have a loaner set. It is a 2-in-1 folding multi-tool. It's got a folding utility knife here, along with a folding utility knife here, so you got 2 of them that comes in this one set. Lock back utility knife tells you how to put your blades in, take the blades out right here. On the back of it, it tells you all about it. 4-piece multi-tool and hand knife set. The standard pliers, 2 files, knife, medium slotted screwdriver, large slotted screwdriver. Got your bottle opener, can opener, owl, large Phillips screwdriver, rated blade, wire cutter, long nose plier, all in one multi-tool. Plus it closes up, you can stick it right in your pocket. The folding utility knife has a belt clip, includes 1 blade to fold for storage. Tells you how to fold it by pushing that little lever in. You've got a wallet multi-tool. Now these things do come in handy for certain people because it gives you a little ruler, socket screwdriver right there, bottle opener right here, slotted screwdriver right there. Certain people use these especially when camping and doing things like that, something in a pinch. And then you've got your folding lock back utility knife, lock release, your belt clip, your lightweight handle, includes 1 blade. Goes through all the details on that, how you press it, quick release it, you fold it up, all that good stuff in between. And it tells you about their limited lifetime warranty. Any defect in material, workmanship, things of that nature, they'll replace it within reason. We got our Sheffield folding knife out first, a little belt clip on it. Sheffield's a pretty decent tool. It's pretty well made, a lot of their stuff. I do got some of these in Milwaukee that works really well, and I like the Milwaukee designs a lot better. But these, like I said, are general purpose tools, and it will do what you need it to do essentially. I mean, the razor blades are what counts here, and these things are nice and sharp as soon as you get them out of the box. And you can use them to open up your Christmas packages, easily use them with one hand. You can see it's cutting into the plastic here fairly easy, and the blade here is nice and sharp, and it shows you right there. You just got to press the button right here. Once you press that little button, it's a quick release, and you can pull that blade straight out. Just push this, pull that out, as you can tell right there. So it's really easy to interchange these and put new blades back in them. Push it right back in, locks it back in place. The Sheffield name on it, hex screws like most knives do, hole in the back so you can hook it to a keychain if you want to, or put on your belt loop right here, whatnot. Push this little back lever and it folds right up. This one's a little bit thinner. It's designed a little bit different, a little bit longer blade on it, I believe. This one has Torx screws in it, and this one's what we would call a thinner profile folding knife because it's nice and thin. It can easily slide on your boot, so it's like a boot clip right here because it's got the metal clip. That one's a little bit sturdier than the other one. Comes with a protective guard. Pull that right off. And with this one, it tells you push up on this part. As you can see, that moves. If you push up on that, you can release this to pull the blade out. And whenever it is open, you've got this piece of metal here that bends in to hold it open, and all you got to do to close it is push that piece of metal back, hold this knife up, and close it also. If you choose to, guards right there, you can leave them in place for safety reasons if you want to. Next is what they declare as a multi-tool. These things are not very useful to me, but I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there who carry them and use them for a million different things. It's what's called a butterfly screw wrench. Got this big long part here for stuff. These hexes, that's different sizes that is supposed to fit 9/16, half inch, 7/16, 3/8, 5/16, 1/4. If you get into a situation where you absolutely needed to use this this thing, then I guess you could. And it's got a bottle opener here, and then this side right here is kind of like a little pry, little screwdriver if you absolutely needed to use it. It's got the measuring from 0 to 3 inches right here on the side that's laser etched into it. I mean, it feels nice, weighted, chrome plated, stainless. Then we have got the multi-tool, like all other multi-tools. This one folds up. It's got the spring in the middle of it, little serrated teeth on it, wheel grip stuff. Fairly light, compact. It would be good in certain situations. You know, this thing you could leave in your car, your shop, your toolbox, anything in between. And of course, I read at the beginning of it all the stuff that's inside the sides of the actual tool here. Actually has a pretty nice looking little knife right there on the inside. I mean, nice sharp jagged edges. I guess it could serve as a saw. Then we've got the basic little 4-way screwdriver here, bottle opener, and it has an owl on this side. Arm number 2, large slotted screwdriver, thin slotted screwdriver, regular knife, dual edge on this one. And then it's got a really nice looking file. This is actually a pretty nice file compared to most multi-tools like that, so that could be used for quite a few different things in general. If you're done with it, you can always fold it right up. It's nice, compact, store it wherever you want to, pull it out and use it if needed. We'll move on to the Hyper Tough set. This is your claw grabber, and this alone is well worth the set. I mean, these things, you can pick some of them up for $3 to $10 depending on what kind of brand you got, but you know, this is nice. The spring itself is covered so that, you know, you can minimize the damage. It's got like a little rubber cover on it. It's got a heavy duty spring up here where you can pull it, and essentially you pull this right here, for those who haven't seen these, and it protrudes a claw at the end of it with some nice steel hooks. That way, if you drop a socket or a tool bolt somewhere down inside of a deep tight location, you can actually maneuver this thing out and pick it up. For an example here, we will show you that it will go right around this right here, and it picks it up and it pulls it out without a problem, and you can release it. There you go. And then all these different bit sets here. I mean, I've got so many bits, it's crazy, but it's one of those things where I've gathered up a bunch of these cheaper bits and I've put them in a bunch of different locations. That way, in the event that I actually need something, I've got it. I've got a driver, screwdriver adapter, socket adapter. I've got everything you can imagine to hook these things up, regardless if I am at home, I'm at the industrial plant, working on the boats, whatever it may be. Like I said, this set might go to my kid, because right here it's nice, easy organization. You have got 1/8 all the way up 3/16 flathead, and it gives you the PHO or PH1s and your PH2s, which you're going to use the most common of. It gives you one PH3, your PZOs. That's basically the Phillips 4-ways with the extra little added slice on the sides there. And then you got your square that starts here, the 0, so it gives you the squares here. So you got your SO that starts there, and then you got your S1s to your S3, and then you got your T10s right here, which you're going to use the Torx quite a bit, and it goes T15 all the way up to T40, so that's a good little set right there to have on hand. And then you've got 7/64 all the way up to 1/4 here, so everything's nice separated. You can snug them inside of a toolbox. They're not real long, they're real short. That can be an advantage too. Gives you 4 to 12 millimeter, 5/16 all the way 9/32, 5/32, 15/32. Gives you all kinds of different sizes there, plus our screwdriver and our flexible extension here, which is nice. If you need to get around a corner that a regular screwdriver cannot get to, and you can hold this and bend it to get to whatever it is that you're working on, it will go around obstructions. So this is a tool I can appreciate also, and I will end up putting to use to give you an extra little bit inside of this one. You can stick it inside of your impact, your drill, whatever the case may be, and use it, or you can adapt it and do it by hand with an actual driver. Just pull down on it here, and it does lock the bit into place. You can move it back and forth to lock it or unlock it to hold it in place. The ratcheting screwdriver will come in handy. I've got some of these in Autocraft, Kobalt, you know, but any of these things, if it makes your job easier for do-it-yourself repairs, basic stuff that you might need done to your car, your house, you can lock it up right here, or you can hit that lever down and it'll go one direction on, put it all the way up, and it'll go the other direction for off, because there is those times when you do need to hold pressure on something to turn it on and off. Now the outside cover plate here seems a little bit loose for what it is, and you know, you can take these off here to kind of get into it there and service it if you need to. I mean, these are pretty cheaply made, so it's not one of those things, you know, you're going to be professionally using all the time. As far as having it on hand if you need it, you know, I mean, it is what it is. It's got a nice little grip on it, grips for your fingers right here to grab onto. You can get a good grip inside your fist, and it's got a hole so you can hang it on the wall if you choose to. And it's always nice to have something on hand that you can easily take your bits out of and exchange them with something else, with whatever it is that you might be working on, and that is exactly what matters right there. If it works for you and your needs, then you know what, it has paid for itself. I know this is kind of a frivolous thing to do tool reviews about, but I figured, you know, I got the set, I might as well, you know, review it on hand before I put it to use and decide what I'm going to do with it, and just check it out, because I do appreciate the gift. Otherwise, leave a comment down below, hit subscribe, and there's going to be many more great tool reviews to come here soon.